What's up, fam? Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day to my best friend John. Happy Father's Day, bro. Happy birthday. Happy Father's Day to you guys. Happy Father's Day. Happy Father's Day. Guys, we are having, this is called, it's so freaking bright. This is called a salsa water, however you say it. So I'm drinking this to help me burp because I'm having a problem burping to the people who say I burp and it's disgusting. But here's the salsa water. It has zero everything. It tastes disgusting. My mom likes this one. This is the coconut one. I do not like the taste of it, honestly. But see, it helps me burp. Okay, so we are having ground turkey, beans, and onions for breakfast today. My parents left. Well, they haven't left Florida. Why can I not talk? Okay. They have not left Florida yet. They are. Oh. They have not left Florida yet. They are headed to the airport right now. So they have not left Florida yet. But anyways, guys. So we're going to eat and we're going to talk, okay? Dear God, bless this food in Jesus' name. Amen. Okay. So we're having beans and onions. So let me have the first bite, okay? Or you guys get the first bite. Yum. Okay. So, anyways, happy Father's Day to everybody that's out there. Happy Father's Day. But basically, so what I want to say to you guys and tell you guys is Father is Father's Day is one of the, we just had Mother's Day. People who are mothers, power to you guys, because I feel like mothers do a lot of work too. Fathers are the ones who are supposed to go out in the community. They're supposed to work. They're supposed to bring in the money, the food. They're supposed to protect their kids. They're supposed to protect the household. My father worked a lot, so he taught me how to be a hard worker. Yes, I haven't held down a job for long enough, but still, he's taught me to work hard at other stuff in my life. Did I have the best relationship with my father growing up? No. And he would admit to that too. No, we have not. But we're working on it. But, excuse me. But I've had other father figures in my life. Like my best friend, William, who I grew up with. His dad was like a very gentle and soft person, very soft spoken, but he would beat you with that whip. So, or switch, I mean. So he had his moments of when he was very angry, but that's how his father raised you. I'll take you to the woodshed. That's what they used to say back then. But anyway, and then his older brother, Zach, oh my God, I just spit. That's so disgusting. Shout out to Zach. Zach was like a father to me a lot because he would take care of me too, like under his wing like a little brother. Super, super sweet guy. He has 4 kids. Super, super sweet guy. Like I haven't seen him in years, but we were super close too. And then my other friend, shout out to Mr. Roick. He was like a father figure to me. And his wife was like, well, his ex-wife now. But his wife was like Mrs. Roick. Or I don't know what her new name is. She's married. But anyways, she was like a mother to me because we spent a lot of time with her. Shout out to Sam, Michael, and Hannah, who all have their families now. You guys are perfect dads. I know for a fact you guys will be perfect dads. Shout out to my brother Micah. What's up, Micah? You're a very good dad, and I'm very proud of you. Very proud of you. Love you. And I forgot to tell Kayla, happy Mother's Day, Kayla. Very good mother too. Very good mother, very, very patient. Very good father, very, very patient. But so anyway, so I had Zach, who was like a father figure to me. I had Mr. Roke, who was like a father figure to me. I had Mr. There was someone else. Some of my football coaches were father figures to me. Some of my baseball coaches. When I came to Florida, I had my Uncle Richard. Shout out to you, Uncle Richard. Happy Father's Day. I need to text you. And my two older brothers, one was very abusive. The other one left the home. I can't really say that they were brothers or father figures because one was really abusive to us and my father never beat us. So I don't know where he learned that. And then my other brother left and, I told you joined the cult. My uncle is a cult leader. So I can't really give him any props. And, they're both fathers now. But I can say Happy Father's Day to you guys. Excuse me. When I came to Florida, John was like a father to me. Like he was very like honest with me, guiding me, telling me like, yo, bro, I don't think that that's like a good relationship, but I'm gonna let you learn the hard way. So yeah, that was like being a good father. Who else? Some of my youth pastors at my youth group, they were like father figures to me. So I've had different father figures in my life before, a lot. But now that I'm in my 30s, and my dad and me now are trying to like revamp our relationship, I'm happy for it. I'm happy for it because it's really honest and open. And he sees my struggles and he sees when I'm upset and he, gives me time to calm down. But the day that I actually have a kid and I have a baby that's like mine, like 100% is mine, and loves me for who I am and takes me for who I am and respects me and loves me, and I can give them all the love and support and doesn't call me names and doesn't. I'm not saying our relationship would be perfect. I'm not saying that at all because believe me, I have a lot of damage that I've learned from my mother that is going to take a lot of whoever God gives me. Someone is going to have a lot of patience and be like, okay, my dad has some issues, but I still love him and I still support him and I'm still here for him. That is the type of child that I hope God gives me one day. But yeah, that's literally like how I feel. That's how I feel right now. God gave me one, but he's in his own little world and he's doing his own little thing. And right now, I really don't think he cares to have a father figure or really anybody in his life. Because some of the choices that he's making, it's like like I said in some of my other videos, it's literally like self-harm to their self. Like they're doing stuff that's like, or he's doing stuff that's like, could later down the line be very dangerous and sometimes deadly, honestly. But hey, it is what it is. But in the same hand, I'm thankful for my son. I am thankful for him. I really am. Like I've said in past videos, I love him to death. I would do anything for him. That literally is my heart right there. Literally. Even though he's not biologically mine and he's not legally mine, but that doesn't matter to us. There's a bond, excuse me, that has been there from the day that he was pushed out. And I hold him and I cut the umbilical cord and I fed him his first bottle and I changed diapers. And there was a bond that was built over up until he was 7. He says I left when he was 3. No, it was when he was 7. Then cut to him finding me again when he's 13 and rebuilding a bond and being very like literally every single day on the phone with each other all the time, to now being where some other little person came in, not a person, let's say a thing came in, and that's what the person wants to focus on. And I get that. It's not a jealousy thing because honestly, I could let my food addiction ruin all my relationships. I could honestly be so caught up in food that it would ruin all my relationships, because everybody has an addiction and everybody lets it control their life. If it's drinking, smoking, drugs, alcohol, like I already said alcohol. If it's other things that I can't say on YouTube, if it's being a workaholic, if it's being absent from a child's life. I mean, there's so many different things that parents can do, and children and siblings, that can ruin a relationship. And I think because I'm so scarred from past relationships, it goes into my new relationships, and I know I need to stop doing that because, excuse me, I'm so sorry. I needed to get that burp out. I've been scarred so badly by so many different relationships that sometimes I do take it out on him, and I think that that's not fair because 1, he's a lost soul. 2, he's a kid. 3, he's dealing with a lot. Okay, he lost his mother at a young age, and that's not fair to expect someone to. I'll use it like this, and my counselor told me this, and other people have told me this. A lot of people think that like when you get in a marriage, it's going to fix your abandonment issues. No, it doesn't. If you have a kid, it doesn't fix your abandonment issues, and it doesn't heal you. It can actually make you worse because you realize, damn, I'm not a good parent. I shouldn't be a parent. And it adds more stress to your life. Because I hear from my own mother that if she would have known what she knows now, she's like, I never would have had kids. And I'm just like, wow, okay, that's how you feel. But I get it. I get it. I feel like God gave me Angel back again because I was begging for it. I kept asking God, like, I want my kid back. I want my kid back. I want my kid back all the time because I missed him. I did. He thinks that I abandoned him, right, when he needed me the most. And I feel that. But, excuse me, I told him I left his mother. I didn't leave him. I was not going to watch his mother keep self-harming and doing stuff and just like, you know, doing the stuff that she was doing and not wanting to get better. I was like, I wasn't going to sit there and watch her. And then plus, I was falling down too. I was eating myself to death. I was eating myself out of anger towards life and society and him and her and my parents and da-da-da-da. And I walked away. Like, I mean, after I had that panic attack that I'm having now, and the doctor said, you know, I remember, I'll never forget and I know I'm rambling, guys, but I'll never forget. My aunt was with me, and I remember me and my ex were having fights, and we were fighting. This was like April of 2015, right? And my grandma was sick, so we knew we were losing my grandma too, so I had a lot of stress I was going through. And then my girlfriend was in the hospital too, the same floor. It was kind of funny how God works. And I might do this in tomorrow's video too, guys, because I don't want this video to get too long. But my grandma went in the hospital first, right? And then my girlfriend went in with a blood clot. Funny, because I got one too. She went in a week later, and the funny thing is God put them both on the same floor. So when my parents would go to the hospital, I'd go see my girlfriend. I would go see Corey. And then my parents would go see my grandma. Corey was on one hallway. My grandma was on the other hallway. You know how hospitals are. They're like a big oval. So, excuse me, the doctor wanted Corey to walk. So I would go get Corey. She'd get her walker. Or no, I'd push her in the wheelchair and have her walk, push her, have her walk, push her, have her walk. So we made it all the way to my grandma's room. So then they would sit and they would talk. And my grandma would be like, hey, this is not the life for you. You're young. You got to get better. You got to do this. And then, you know, she would like encourage Corey to do better, right? And she would listen because she always respected her elders, always. And my grandma loved her too because my grandma saw herself in her because my grandma was she wasn't single, but my grandma was a single mother kinda, and she had my father, and it kind of reminded her a lot of my girlfriend and Angel. And so they like really bonded on that. So anyways, I had a lot going on, and I remember my aunt came to get me, and I'll never forget, I literally had a panic attack. And we were at Sweet Tomatoes. I already felt shitty that day, like that morning when I woke up. And we got in a fight. And I remember me and my girlfriend got in a fight the morning or the night before. And I don't know what happened, but I just remember like my aunt saying, "Are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay?" And I remember the restaurant being like, "We need to call 911. We need to call 911." So they called 911. 911 came and got me. They took me to the hospital. My aunt came, and I remember the doctor saying like, "It's not a stroke. It's not a heart attack." Even though because of my size, that's what they thought it was. And plus it was hot outside in Florida. So they thought maybe I got a heat stroke or something like that. Well then, when the doctor took a lot of tests, the doctor said, "Mr. Cross, can I ask you something?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Did something dramatic happen in your life lately? Like, did something really bad happen?" And I'm like, "Oh, I'm just in a really bad relationship, whatever." He said, "We're seeing that more and more and more in young men and women, right? That the relationship gets so bad where they're ending up in the hospital. Some have done stuff to themselves. Some people, their body is just shut down from stress. It can happen, guys. It can happen." So I remember the doctor told me and my aunt, and the doctor said, "Mr. Cross, do you want to live or do you want to die?" That's what he put it out there raw. He was like, "Do you want to live or do you want to die?" And I said, "I want to live." Like, what kind of question is that? He's like, "Well, one, no, you don't, because look how heavy you are. Two, if you wanted to live, you would get out of this relationship." That's what he told me. He's like, "Run." I was like, "Yeah, but I can't because I love her and there's a baby in the middle." He's like, "You can leave her and still be in his life. That's not a problem. People do that all the time. It's called being divorced, and it's called custody and taking care of the child." So I was like, "Yeah, you're right, you're right." So then he sent me home with like some medication and, a follow up in a month. And when we were driving home, my aunt was like, "He's right, Matt. He's right." And she's like, "You know me. I let you do whatever you want to do, and I love you, and I'm here when you fall, but this has got to be done." And I was like, in my head, "Yeah, I know." And I'm thinking like, in my whole mind, like I'm thinking, what about Angel? What about Angel? What about Angel? Like that's what I kept telling myself. What about Angel? Like I was just like, what about him? Like I don't want him to think that I abandoned him, because I didn't want him to feel the way that I felt when my birth mom gave me up for adoption. I did not want him to feel like no one loved him and no one cared about him and left him. I was like, I didn't want him to feel that, right? Even though, he has his nana, he has his two uncles, he has her parents, he has his cousins, but sometimes people connect with people outside of their family. That happens. I've done that. And then to hear what he went through after that when I left and how it did damage him, and he did have abandonment issues and he did have anger issues and he still has them. You can see them. It just broke my heart when he told me that. I was like, damn, you really did mess up a kid when you left. And it was selfish. And in my head, I'm like, it was selfish. But then when I ask him now that he's older, I'm like, did you want me to stay? And I probably would have been dead too. Or are you happy that I left and I got myself better to take care of you now? And in the beginning, he said he wished I stayed. That's what he used to say in the beginning. Like 6 months into us talking again. But now that it's almost, this year makes 3 years, he's like, I'm happy you left because I never thought I would have a dad again. I was like ready to be one of those kids that don't have a dad. And when, I found you again, he was like, I was excited about it. He's like, I'm happy. I'm happy that you're back in my life. He's like, I know my mom. And I feel, honestly, if I can be completely honest, I feel like his mom brought us back to each other. I really do. I feel like she was like, okay, I'm gone. I've died. I'm in heaven. I feel like she was like, okay, God, we got to work this out. They need each other now because I'm dead. And I think that that's why he came back, honestly. But anyways, guys, I know I went down a whole rabbit hole and told you stuff, but hug on your father today. Give him love. If you don't have a father, then whoever's been a father figure to you, go give them some love. And excuse me. I gave my father a hug. I gave him a card, a very cute card that he'll open later on today. And yeah, just love on the person that God put in your life as a father figure. Appreciate it. Yeah. Just appreciate it. My birthday's like literally in 2 weeks. And, well, yeah, 2 weeks. I gotta work soon. I'm gonna start working, guys. I'm gonna try to record my first day of work so you guys can see it. And I'm gonna do a live later, guys, today on TikTok. Probably like around maybe tonight at like 7 or something. When the day's almost over, right before all my shows come on, I might do a live from like 7 to 8. So drop in, guys. My TikTok is Max341989. Come check me out. I still don't even know because we haven't heard nothing about it. But TikTok is supposed to be leaving us, guys, next year. They gave the guy who made TikTok, they gave him 12 months to sell it to someone, and he said no, and he's appealing it, and he keeps taking it to the higher court. But if a president signs off on it, you can't go over the president, I don't think. I don't know. But, so we're supposed to be, like, losing TikTok next year, like the beginning of next year, like January of next year. So, yeah, I don't know. But I love you guys. Tell your people you said Happy Father's Day. Yeah, guys, I'm still looking for someone to do videos with because Jama don't want to no more. I don't know what happened to her channel. My son's not ready to. I ain't gonna force him to do it. And I don't know if I have permission to do something like if I could record with my niece. I think that you guys would love doing videos with me and my niece. I think that would be fun. But yeah, if you guys want to do videos, hit me up. If you live in the Orlando area, hit me up. Let's do some videos. I don't even know. Are we getting a playlist live or is that always in? I think that's in September. I think we're getting a playlist live this year, guys. Well, all the creators like Mr. Beast, all those people, they come to Florida all the time. Oh! Let me know if you guys want me to do the Mr. Beats whatever he has at Zaxby's. Let me know if you guys want me to try that for a YouTube video, okay? I love you guys. Happy Father's Day. And let's see if we can get this video to 500 likes. I don't know. But I love you guys. Bye-bye.